Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is preseason football on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Denver Broncos. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's my...
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a good matchup here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Denver Broncos. This one fielded at the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford is a big-arm guy who's learned how to temper some of his throws. Actually has added a lot more touch and accuracy as his career has gone along. Big-time confidence in his arm, though. Any throw you want, he can make it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run with a former Viking and Raider. It's Latavius Murray. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. The offensive starters now for the Broncos.
When I see Latavius Murray with the ball in his hands, I think that he's a dangerous player. He has good speed, good presence to run inside, nice toughness, and good vision that once he gets past the first line of defense, he can make a guy miss and turn it into a bigger game.
I got you.
From the 38, Stafford. He's got the hook up with Conley. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And the 49ers on the defensive side of the football.
One of the most respected, one of the most feared, yet one of the most fun players in the league. That's outside linebacker Von Miller. He does everything coming off the edge to wreak havoc on any offense that he plays against. 98 sacks in his young career, just 30 years old, no end in sight watching this guy play.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will take over at the 20.
Down. 50. Plant. 59. Hey, pick your game up.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He gets this one to Johnson. A very solid gain of 27. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with it. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. And a quick look now at the offense for the 49ers.
And a big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs? Because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Complete. He finds Brain. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 21. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. And here's a look at the defense for Denver.
One of the fun stories in the NFL in 2018 was the emergence of outside linebacker Kyler Fackrell, who put up 10.5 sacks on the season. He's one of those players that throughout his career, everyone kept saying, hit the weight room, get stronger. He's done exactly that, and now he's a force on the field.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Stafford. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice and meetings talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
23 yards, the final tally. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On 1st down, Jones. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Second and 5. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Good stuff. Keep doing it.
I'm sure as a rookie, even though this is preseason, Charles, interceptions, you got to eat at you quite a bit.
They certainly do, but here's the problem that he's confronted with. He's not the high draft pick. He's not seen as the next guy. He's got to prove himself to everyone and get noticed. So maybe instead of taking the safer throw, you press it a little bit. Try to push it downfield, try and fit into a tight window. And sometimes interceptions result.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. A give to Smith out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, here's a bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, Your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes, or they're starting to look like a good offensive football team.
There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that, because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, like I said, he's looked pretty good to this point. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know.
Go now.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Jones. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the ball is knocked out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Another big play and another 49er first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Zadarius Smith leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of moves.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. They'll run the counter with Murray. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been terrific so far. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deontay Johnson, 48 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, a long touchdown pass into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not 4 verts? One of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. It's caught here by Adams. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Now Stafford. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even. And the pressure gets to him again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Bullock will put this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Let's go.
So we have... And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Finding Paris Campbell, and there's Campbell's first NFL catch. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. They'll look to throw now. First down. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there of 22.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Touchdown, 49ers. Alex Collins, 35 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? But a lot of offenses say touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll try and run again with Blue. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now Ito Smith, and he will have a first down here at about the 40. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pick. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Denver, good night, everybody.